read it. Now they'll have a plant that grows out in the woods and the fields. It looks like a turnip green. Yeah. Somebody calls it Polk salad. Polk salad, but going in Polk salad. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good. Now that's Polk! Now. I'm getting weaker with each shot. Anyway, he's no girl live down there. We got what I was saying? Okay. She's going to eat just a picker mess of it. Take her home and pick it herself. So that's about all they had to eat. But they did all right. Helped them make it through the night. Down in Louisiana. Where the hell I get to go in? And there's a little girl out there in the world, and the girl she looks neat. Everybody says it was a machine gun, and the mama was working on a machine gun. Me, vicious, great big of the Lord. Heartbreak Hotel.
Standing straight up. Champagne even didn't make it over. Well, anyway, I was on the head solid show and here come over here. And the head solid and looked at me and said, sounds great. I did. This is a song with a message, folks. I want you, I need you, I love you. I forgot, it's your own girl. You ready? You ready? You ready, Lotta?
just can't take
You know what? I just can't stop sweating. I just can't stop on air. But me.
the unbeatable foe to bear with a miracle sorrow to run for the brave and not go for the right, the unrightable to be their father, to cry when your arms are weary, to read and redo the song of everything request for the sun, to fight for the right, the life and love, to be willing to fight.
Hi Rex, this is Virginia. Voice is a little low right now. I've got sort of a raw throat, which is great because next week we'll go to Vegas and I'd better be well. Anyway, my friend didn't get the rest of Impossible Dream here because she turned her tape. You have to tape these things in the dark, and she turned it too soon, so it ran out on her right at that point. I guess I should tell you a few things that happened on the tape here. Now, You've Lost That Loving Feeling is kind of muffled because that's where he puts this horrible gorilla mask on and sings, through that rubber mask. So then, and then you hear the laughing in the audience and everything, And so that's why that sounds like that. And then what he's talking about when he tells that girl, no more, because I'll come over and do it like a robot, She was giving him champagne, little sips of champagne all through the show. So you hear him say, the air is kind of thin up there already, Actually, Tahoe is high in the mountains, so it's that's what he really meant about that, and sort of a double meaning there. So, oh, excuse me. Got the newsletter, and it's really great, and I appreciate, getting them. And for your friend, Louis Keezers, is that the way you say it? I don't know. Anyway, I'll get him a set of those pictures you wanted, and I have to get the negatives from my friend, and then I'll send them along. And let's see. Naturally, I'm looking forward to a lot of company this month. I'm looking forward to seeing Marie and Gladys, and then Bob Stevens from Australia. Wrote and asked if he could stay here, and he's only going to be in town here 4 days, and then he'll go on to Vegas, so I told him we could put him up, So I'll be meeting him. I don't know if you know Bob Stevens of Australia or not, but he's had a fan club for 7 years, and this will be naturally the first time we'll have a chance to meet him. So, and then of course, when Elvis closes in September, Judy Palmer will stay with me for about 12 days. So, looking forward to a nice busy month. And, oh, my throat, if this doesn't clear up, because we have about a 5-hour bus drive to get there. We're not taking our cars, because we'd rather take the big buses and just depend on them rather than put our cars through that terrible desert heat right now. And, I don't know, it seems like you could sit back and relax more on a big air-conditioned bus. And it seems like when you take your car through there, the air conditioning usually manages to run the temperature gauge so high on the car that you got to turn it off anyway, and then you're suffocating in the heat. So we've had it really hot here in the 90s, but this is the 13th day of it, but it seems like it's cooling off this afternoon, so thank God for that. Because it's usually, pleasant here without being so hot. So, well, when you get to the weather report, that's time to quit, I guess. Seemed like I had so much else to tell you. I think this would be a pretty clear tape for you. If you notice, it's a different kind. It's called Professional or something like that, and it seems like it's a better sound. So, your new recorder, your Sony portable, sounds exactly like mine, and I'm talking into my built-in microphone right here. I didn't bring my other mic in with me. Did you get a remote mic with it too, and a jack? If you did, maybe you could tell me how to make recordings from jacks, because I don't know how to do it. So I figure you probably know all about that. But what we did with this one, we played it. My son made a speaker, and we put the original tape in the other machine, and it played through the speaker, and I taped from that, only with a mic, of course. It probably would have been better with a jack, but even so, I think it's a pretty good tape. And as you can see, it's in top form, and even though most of the songs we've had before, they're very good, and the humor and the response is so beautiful. And I love the new one in there called, that I, John. I think that's tremendous, that's spiritual. So I'm hoping when I go that he does Put Your Hand in the Hand, because he did rehearse that, and also It's Over and It's Impossible. I'm hoping when I go that he'll sing those songs. So I hope I just managed to get a tape. They're going to be pretty strict on people this time, because I was told here, up the office there, that some French fans were caught with the bootleg record, that is peddling it for $25, and that they're going to be a little more strict at the International now, watching for tape recorders. So I'm just hoping I can get one. And this Tahoe tape here is about, right now it's the only one I've got, because, and I'd like to have others, because he did sing different songs different nights, and but it seemed like everybody else that planned to go, one of my friends, she needed her head examined. She asked at the door, she showed the man at the door her tape recorder and asked if she could tape. Well, naturally they took the recorder away from her, and I thought she had more brains than that. And then my other friends, I felt sorry for them, because they bought a Sony recorder like mine to take with them, and then they crossed the desert in the heat, and their tape she didn't know it, but her tape had melted practically, and so naturally when she started to play it, it just wound all up in the machine. And then my other friend got there at Tahoe, and they wouldn't let him in because he's 19. So you have to be 21 to be in where they're drinking. So there were plenty in there that weren't 21, but my poor friend Bob and Dave, they were the ones that were caught, and they wouldn't let them in, so they didn't get their recording. So those are the miseries this time. Anyhow, this one recording here is I think very good. So I hope it comes off good on your machine over there. It plays real well on mine. So let's see. Maybe you'll hear of somebody that, one of your friends got a better tape or a different night, then we could trade off. Anyway, I met Marie Chantal Revere. I don't know how to say her name. Yannick just told me how to say it again, but it's hard to say just the way they do in French, I think they strangle on their tongue every time they try to talk. And it's a good thing Yannick was here when Maria visited me Saturday, because Maria doesn't understand too much English. You have to talk real slow, and she still doesn't understand. You can see it in her face that she isn't following, So I was glad Yannick was here and she translated. By the end of the evening, though, the time Yannick got used to, every time I say something, she'd have to translate it to Maria, and every time Maria said something, Yannick would translate that. And pretty soon at the end of the evening, poor Yannick was turning to me and speaking in French, So, and then Yannick took Maria out to the berry farm on Sunday nights, berry farm, and on their way back, Yannick wrecked her new car. Some man hit her when she was making a left turn, but fortunately neither one of the girls were hurt. So that's what the main thing. So anyhow, Elvis opened in Vegas last night, and I understand it's very, very good. Naturally, why wouldn't he be? Anyway, Tom told Yannick it was a very good show, and Elvis is in real good shape. So anyway, I guess I'll close this now, and so I can wrap it up and get it in the mail right away. So I'll say hello, so long for now, and in the future, when I send you any snaps, I'll send you an extra set for Louis Kaiser's or Keezer's or whatever his name is. I've read it, I've read his name before, lots of times, naturally, and I'll send you an extra set for him, just like I do, only I send John Andrews right to his house now, So I'll do that, and then I'll get you everything going up in Vegas then for the money that you've got here, and use some of it for postage, and I'll see what I got left and what I can dig up. I haven't heard from that from the school yet, the place where I wrote. I haven't heard from them Scholastic books, so maybe they're not there in the summertime. I don't know, but anyhow, if I hear further, I could let you know, and if you still wanted more of them, we could maybe work something out. So, well, I'll say so long for now. Me and my old raspy throat. Oh, I hate it when your throat gets like this. But it's been so hot, and oh. Okay, let you go, and I hope you enjoyed this tape.